I'm Estelle Baser.
And I'm Kent Morrison.
And we're both from the American Institute of Mathematics, and I'm one of the facilitators for the Careers Workshop this week. One of the components of this workshop is something called an elevator speech.
An elevator speech?
Yeah.
What's an elevator speech?
Well, an elevator speech is a short description of your research. Often when candidates go for a job interview, they end up being asked what they do by various people in department during an interview, at dinner, perhaps in the hall. So they should have sort of a nice, concise description of their research.
Can you give an example of an elevator speech?
Well, sure. So if it were me, I might say something like, I work in operator theory and I study spectra of operators, and in particular asymptotic properties of the spectra. And I'm interested in applications of that to statistical mechanics and random matrix theory.
Well, that's great for a mathematical listener, but suppose you're talking to a dean who's a chemist or a provost who's from the English department.
Well, that's a great question. So we emphasize in our workshop that there should be two versions of this elevator speech, because indeed that might happen. You might talk to a dean who's not in your field, or just other people that are in the department that are staff. So it's good to have sort of a non-technical version of the elevator speech, one which doesn't use so much mathematical jargon, but is understandable at least in some way to the general public. So as an example of this, for me, I might say something like, I study random phenomena and I think about the behavior of that phenomena over time. And so that kind of answer is pretty vague, but most people understand sort of random and behavior, and they'll get some sense of what you do.
Your elevator speech examples were pretty short. How long do you recommend that they should be?
Well, they shouldn't be too long, maybe about 30 seconds, but often there can be follow-up questions. So when you're practicing these, it's good to do it with somebody else and have them ask you questions so that you can be prepared for those as well.